Hey guys, we're really sad because footy's over. Get stuffed! This is still the Ressies podcast! And welcome back. This is episode 6. As
baby.
per usual, Shane Checkers alongside me.
We're here.
That was very unusual.
I like that a lot.
I was concerned for a second there.
Yeah, I've got this new caffeine chewy that I've seen lying around the office. And it's,
I had one, they're not good.
Yeah, it's giving me
Oh,
a
I
bit
don't
of
mind
pep
it.
in my step. Boys,
Wait for the low. You're gonna have a real bad low coming
Oh,
up.
yeah. Can't imagine.
Boys, our week last week. It was a fucking movie, man.
It's a movie, bro.
Party, beers, footy,
Beers.
beers
Oh my
again.
god. Yeah. Geez.
Wasn't that many beers?
Oh, it's close to it.
Let's start off the week with Footy Festival. Shrey, what was that atmosphere like?
Jay, a lot of people around. I know it was a good week for it. I think the 3 days we went, it was hot, and we were wearing jumpers a lot of the time. But it was good.
Disgustingly
Yeah,
hot.
we met the Bont. We met
the
Andy
Bont.
Brayshaw. Checkman met BT. We did a little bit of an appearance in the Players Hub in the glass box.
So in a hot day in the glass
in
hot
the glass
box.
box.
We did a podcast there.
We did do a podcast.
We did a
there.
podcast last week on the main stage to open the footy festival. The very first thing.
It was like carrying the Olympic torch.
Yes.
Well, we lit the Olympic torch
Yeah,
and
we
then
lit it.
handed it to everyone else to carry
Yeah,
or something.
exactly.
We opened the festivities up and we were there for the end of it.
We weren't gonna get let in to open up the festivities.
Yeah,
What
they
was
were.
There's a few issues with the power on Wednesday morning and we were pushed back a little bit and then they got the power on. And unlike the Gabba earlier this year, they got the power was on and
Working quick smart.
the podcast could get underway. But
Yeah,
we
it was good.
recorded and we got all the lads on, and there was a large group of content creators there last Wednesday to record the pod. So
So if you haven't already, go back and listen to that episode. And by the time this episode comes out, the full vodcast will be out, so you can see
on YouTube.
all of your favourite creators.
After
two
this podcast.
podcasts last week.
We did
Yes.
2.
Let's do 3 this week.
Oh,
How many podcasts do you reckon we could do in a week?
That's a challenge coming up, I reckon.
We could do at least 10 in a week.
10 podcasts in a week.
Yeah.
Trey, you can't even get out of bed before midday at the moment. So
Well, we to be fair, we had a
we'd have to
big
be
week.
recording at 2 in the morning.
The amount of
Money.
run sheets we'd have to do is making me a little bit
Yeah,
stressed.
really, really silly. Really silly.
Checkers, you had 3 DJ gigs.
5.
5.
5.
Five.
Did we go
Silly,
all
man.
5?
Did we actually?
There was Thursday night at Carlton Dry Tent for Drylandia with Hot Dub, and then we went to Frankston for the Social Club. Friday we went to the Sench. We played with CJ from Hawthorn.
Yeah, we did.
Woo.
And then Saturday morning we did the Clubby Sports breakfast.
Yeah,
Breakfast.
breakfast, yep.
Breakfast.
And then we did Billboard Saturdays.
Yeah, well,
on
it
Saturday
was
night.
5.
So it
and
was
we were there
5.
for all 5.
Yeah.
5 in 3 days.
Man, they just started mushing together because it was just such a movie, bro.
Well, how many
terrible.
beers did you boys pay for over the weekend? Because I think there was a few extra beers rung up on my DJ rider.
Yeah, not a single beer. I generally don't pay for a single beer.
So
When you're the big dog, you get the big beers.
I mean, very thankful to the people
Yes,
that
of
had
course,
us.
let's not be
so
silly.
Carlton Drive, very thankful for them.
Very Come Dry.
The Sench,
The Sands, very good people, of course.
Social
We
Club.
didn't ever drink that.
Social Club Peninsula. Thank you. to
Willie
those
put on a
people.
clinic at the Social Club Peninsula. I've
Yeah.
never seen anything like
It was
it.
impressive work.
But it was
blacked out, boys.
well, it was a very dark
I'm blacked
nightclub.
out, man.
Oh, there was a spinning dance
So it was
floor.
dark
all going
nightclub
on.
and the strobe was playing. So I was struggling a little bit to get the USBs going, like first up and like get into it because we've been sitting in this real well lit up room for about an hour beforehand, and then we walk out into this pitch black nightclub. So I was like, being 40-year-old male that I am,
Oh,
took me a
Jesus
second to adjust the eyes, and by the time
Yeah.
I'd adjust them, I look up and Will's about to crowd surf. He's pouring milk on girls'
Yeah.
faces. He's doing
Oh,
shoeies.
Jesus, yeah.
He's kicking footies in the crowd. He was just, you're on fire.
Yeah, I hit some poor bloke in the crowd with my first kick, but our good friend Jared Davis, who's working tirelessly out in the office, he turned to me and said, "Oh, crowd's a bit dead," and I turned to him and I said, "Hold my beer, Jared."
And he lit it up, didn't he?
And
He
then
lit it
I
up.
think I might get tinea because I drank chocolate milk out of some bloke's van.
I have a lot of shoes out in the backyard at the moment, drying in
they
the sun. I've got to go wash them
They
again.
reek.
Oh, that is...
But we did, I don't know why it became a thing, but we just, everywhere we went, people were wanting us to do shoeies, and most of the time the shoey involved chocolate milk.
People want us to use their phones as well a lot, which
There
is
was
strange.
there was a shoey that went down at the Clubby Sports Grand Final breakfast.
Oh, serious.
That we rocked up to do a DJ set. We'd come running from the Footy Longest Kick. We're sprinting to the Grand Final breakfast.
The Borky.
And we roll up. We're meant to do his DJ set, and the audio wasn't working. Like it was, it hadn't been switched over yet. So I'm on stage, and there's a full room of maybe like I don't know how many people there. How many do you reckon, Will? You might have a clue.
Couple hundred.
I'd say 500 plus
Yeah, I'd say so.
people looking at me while no music's coming out. So I just hijacked the microphone and did what we would learn from the previous nights, and started getting a chant going from the crowd of who wanted to see Dill Buckley do a chocolate milk shoey out of my footy boot. So.
We've got his jumper hanging up.
We have a Dill match worn behind us.
Just out of respect.
But you think Dill just ran his first ever grand final breakfast, and he would have been up and about. Pretty successful event.
Had a few tins.
He had Max Gorn there. He had Simon Goodwin there. There was lots of big guests, and the spotlight was on him, and he would be like, "Yep, sweet, successful day, all done." And then we come in and make him tip chocolate milk all over his shirt out of my footy boot. So surprised we've actually been let into the podcast studio today.
They're probably going to be jobless tomorrow.
Thought we might have been on a ban, but...
We've snuck in.
Shout out to Dill, though. I think the grand final breakfast looked like a big event.
I know,
we didn't get to see much of it. We just rocked up for the end.
Busy that
but
day.
I've seen some footage, and it looked pretty wild, and there were some big names floating around, and I think the feedback has been very good from I had a few mates that went, and they said it was a good event. So I think next year's will be bigger, and we'll lock ourselves in.
Obviously, Lululemon for making it happen, and all the people at Clubby Sports and producing.
You picked up a new push-pull shirt.
Yes, I've got a new
fantastic
new
shirt.
T-shirt.
I am a touch jealous. I don't know if you are, Check Man.
You have to search the office to see if there's any floating around. But
they are so nice.
So these were exclusive to the
Describe
to the
it for the
breakfast.
listeners. Describe it.
So we've got a gangster Collingwood supporter and a gangster Brisbane supporter holding up the Premiership Cup. And it was nicely designed by Sean, who actually works in the office.
Was it actually?
Yeah, SD Workshop. So my boy Sean fixed it up, and he actually got me one for.
There was a lot of them getting around the breakfast. I think they're pretty popular. So I don't know if there'll be any in the office, but I'll go through Dill's desk, see if there's any in there.
Yeah, well,
what's in Dill's desk?
Snooping around we'll be doing.
I can tell you right now, there's a big rack of clothes at the back, and all the labels are there. There's push pull. There's
a few Sponos,
a few like retro footy kits.
Yeah, wow, it'd be silly not to, wouldn't
it? A few of the Dylan Friends merch.
I own all of it, so man, it's
alright.
I wouldn't worry about it.
A few more Greens golf things, but he's too petite for me.
Yeah,
so I can't squeeze into.
None of us can wear his clothes.
I can't squeeze into Dylan's merch.
No way.
He's got me there, but good on him.
That's it.
Now the reason all of this happened on the weekend, the big dance. I'm obviously talking about the longest kick.
Absolutely, yes, we are talking about the longest kick.
50 days of campaigning.
53.
53 to be exact. Campouts. You went on bounce as well.
We went on bounce on Friday night before the kick.
A little bit of a captain's run with
and Chief just let us know we were a bit below his level. We said, we're not in the same.
Well, it's fair. I mean, you've kicked one goal and Chief's kicked 1,300, so...
Yeah, well, Chiefy, come on, man. bit of love and respect. I love the Chief, but he let us know, didn't he? Bit of front foot defence from him.
I think that's it was like you bowled a meat pie and he's just blocked it back to the bowler.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's very fair from him.
No, fair enough.
But the whole weekend, I wanted... Because obviously for myself, it was pretty cool to be there and experience it all with you boys, but obviously Saturday morning, nerves kicking in.
Yes.
Yeah, you're kicking a football in front of thousands of people, and then on TV, millions of people. What was that like? Trey, I'll start with you because you were the favourite. Yeah,
well, I had the heebie-jeebies for sure in the morning. Woke up very stressed, pulled the hair out type operation. But we got in the Uber there. The walking there was the worst. I was just so... I thought if anything can go wrong, it will. I thought I'm going to fall in. But you can't fall in. But I thought I'm going to tear a hamstring. I'm going to do an ACL. I'm going to fall on my ass. But ended up with the chockies, didn't I?
Yes.
Dubious.
This Checkman has been spewing around. The Checkman, you tell him.
I didn't kick the best torp I've ever kicked. I didn't kick anywhere near the best torp I've ever kicked. But if you look back on the coverage... They initially marked Shrey's kick as 47 metres.
No, it's incorrect. Yeah. So I kicked a large 51 metres. I had the first kick.
47, it's dubious.
I had the first kick and I was packing them. The dacks were packed. I was so scared. The Chief had no faith in me. But Gazy gave me a little bit And I let one go 51 metres. Shout out to the King Consultant. I followed all his steps, and I let one go 51 metres. So
47 metres.
51 metres. The record book shows. Also,
We took
51 metres is going to be on me forever soon.
We
Just quietly.
took it upstairs. You might have to change 47 because
Never.
we will find the footage.
We'll review the footage.
And we're going to review the footage as to how far you.
He's shaking his head. He's shaking his head
It's
profusely.
ridiculous, guys. Yeah, they just can't let me have my flowers here, man. It's
Your flowers.
my flowers.
You've been buying flowers lately.
No, I wish. Wish I love me some
It's a
flowers.
hint for the listeners at home. Oh, anyways, we rolled into the Fox Footy 10, and Shrey's favourite footy player.
This show sucks.
Shrey's favourite footy player was in the 10, the favourite player of
Oh my
all time. So the
God.
first person we
Forgot
see,
about that.
Uber's taking us a kilometre away from the bloody longest kick
Yeah,
because
we
he couldn't
definitely had
park.
to run a marathon to the longest kick.
Oh,
And
that
then
was
we get
disgusting.
there, and Eddie Betts is greeting us at the door of the
Yeah.
longest kick
So,
10.
Oh,
if anyone
yeah.
doesn't know, Eddie Betts is my favourite football player of all time. He's the greatest small forward of all time. He played his best football in Adelaide, but I have in the back of my phone for all the watchers on the podcast, it's Eddie Betts' silver card, and it's been with me for a long time, and it will never leave this phone case.
You got a big stiffy when he
Oh,
talks to you, didn't
seriously.
Well,
you?
not only did he just say hello, he whipped out his phone and put up an Instagram story with myself and Shrey in it, and Shrey was shaking a little bit. I could feel him. He was like leaning in
I
real
am still
tight to
now.
me.
Stiffy.
It was quite warm, and it was sweat of Shrey just
Oh.
dripping on my arms. I could remember it
They
vividly.
say don't meet your heroes, but I met my hero, and I was thoroughly enthused, and I was very, very happy.
And then the names just kept piling in. All the kickers piled in. You had Sicily and Trent
Derby
Rivers.
was there.
Dermy was there. I had a really good chat to Adam Sard. Like a
Yeah.
really, really good chat to Adam Sard because he was sitting inside the tent while a couple of kickers went out to do an interview, and he sort of was on his own, and we had a really good chat about Carlton and finals and how he wished he was on the big dance. So that was sick.
Absolutely.
Jack
Fev,
Jenkins, the UFC fighter, was
Yeah.
there as well.
Yes.
Fev rolled in.
Fev rolled
We had all
in.
the Fox
Who
Footy
else was there?
presenters.
Trent Rivers was very nice. He gave us a bid.
Trent Rivers gave us heaps, yeah. He was good.
But-
Dan Rich.
Dan Gorringe.
Mason Redmond said he loved us.
Dan Gorringe rolled in as Kiss.
Yeah.
That bloke.
If you
seriously.
thought it was hot wearing the footy shorts and everything, Dan Gorringe was in full body kit, makeup,
Tight leather pants.
tight leather pants. So I don't know how that man survived the day, but
I don't know, mate. It's just ridiculous, isn't it?
He does surprise me still to this day.
It still surprises us.
it was a good effort. It was a good effort
It
from
gets more
Dan.
ridiculous.
Now, obviously, with the longest kick came the game of footy later on that
Yes.
day.
Wow.
I know we're not like a footy analysis podcast, but
Analyst.
Well, that's the greatest.
This-
That's the greatest game of football of the year, and we normally play some of the worst games of football of the year.
So,
So,
you
like,
know-
there's a lot between us and GF Day.
Yeah, there's two ends of the ruler, and we are.
And it's
by
just,
far
I was using it during the week to explain the Brownlow medal to some people. Was like a lot of the creators and a lot of other people that sort of do similar stuff to us got invited to the Brownlow medal. And I was like, yeah, that's all good and well. Like, they look good on TV. They've got maybe athletic or they wear nice clothes. I was like, we play on the D grade. We eat meat pies for lunch most days.
Sometimes
we
we
probably
don't have
shouldn't be
lunch.
on the red carpet.
Yeah,
We're
we
not
probably
red
should.
carpet operators.
I wouldn't look nice in a suit, guys.
you know where we were for the Brownlow? We were
the
singing,
live show.
Yeah, we were singing beers at the pub.
Yeah, that
We were
was nice.
singing
job.
beers at the
Nice little
pub.
joint.
With
Over-
another Div 12 Resi, Mitch Robinson,
Overpriced,
coach.
overpriced beers, but
Jesus,
they
the
were
crown
beers.
are claiming arms and legs for beers at the moment. I'll tell you
Oh,
that.
They were claiming my bank account. But yes, Mitch Robinson, kind enough to come sit with us and enjoy the Brownlow count.
Didn't he just love it? Bit of Neil action.
A bit of Al Neil. He loved it. We had the Kick of Four boys as well. We had Bailey McCabe, Katie McDonald, and Connor Rogers on
Fresh off of Channel 7,
fresh
David.
off Channel 7. He was
Fantastic.
loving it. And obviously we got around him, proud dad moment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you have a highlight from the grand final game?
The grand final game. I mean, so I was just talking about how we were not fit for the red carpet, but for that event, we rolled in button-up shirts because we had a post-game event to go to.
Yes.
So we had 3 Ressies boys all in button-ups. I can't remember the last time we wore a button-up shirt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me. Oh, no, me either.
Will, do you own a button-up shirt?
I own a few, but you don't see them. You don't see them on me often,
Yeah,
do
they don't
you?
come off.
So yeah, we were rolling in some unusual kit.
I thought I looked alright, guys.
Yeah, I
Nice.
rated myself.
Yeah,
It was just a very unusual setup going on.
Yeah,
We
it
were
was a
very
bit strange.
unnatural.
And Checkers' pink salmon.
Yeah, it was very nice.
I felt saucy.
But it was rare seeing us sit in level 1 seats, somehow get in the grand final. Don't know how we got our way in there when there was 100,000 people there and probably a demand of like 3 million people wanting to go.
Yeah.
And we were all sitting there in button-ups in the most uncomfortable circumstances
In the Collingwood cheer
in the
squad.
Collingwood cheer
yeah.
squad.
I was looking like a fish out of water in the,
In the
Collingwood
Salmon
cheer squad. So
that was a highlight. The highlight is just the day.
My highlight was the post game. The post game where we used those button ups to get into the September club. So that was my highlight.
Just quickly, my highlight was Bobby Hill when he did the feinted for the right foot, went to the left. That was his fourth, I think, in the first half. Bobby Thrills, of course.
I'm wearing the Norm Smith himself on my t-shirt. Shout out to the Carlton Draft for this heavy set tee, the Bobby Thrills tee. They've got premiership designs, but this one was a early design.
He got on the bandwagon early, old Willie.
Yeah, go get your filthy mitts on one of these the Carlton Draft t-shirts.
CarltonDraft.com.au.
That's probably not the website.
That is not the website.
I don't know what the website is, but we'll put it in the show notes. It'll be in the show notes.
In the show notes.
September Club.
Now, obviously, we used the button-ups for the September Club. Just, Joel, I'm gonna need you to.
That was serious fish out of water territory.
Yes, because.
Well, I'll lead it off. I think that's something we can wind back to a little bit earlier in the week before we talk about September Club, because we fleeced a few security guards throughout the week, and I don't know how we got here, but we went
get banned for life.
We went to the grand final parade
we're gonna get cancelled
on Friday.
We're done.
We went to the grand final parade on Friday, and we were sort of situated near where the longest kick happens, and we wanted to get up onto the bridge to stand with where the people were on the bridge, and we couldn't get up there because there was all fencing. And we went up and said to the security guard, I said, how do we get up on the bridge to watch the parade? And he just opened a gate. We found ourselves on the other side of the fence, thinking that's how you get up to the top of the bridge. Walked towards the bridge. We're in the parade.
Yeah, we found ourselves walking in front of Josh Kennedy.
We thought
we were going to go the actual start of the start.
We thought we were going to go to a viewing deck up on the bridge that crosses from pretty much the Yarra to the MCG. We thought we were going to be up on the viewing deck, and the security guard has pushed us into the parade. So
he must have thought, because we were wearing our very comfy.
We had our microphone out ready to record some content if we could get access to anyone walking past, and we had the Clubby Sports hoodies on, and we had some AFL lanyards on because we had an appearance later on that day. And we found ourselves out of water, and the problem is once you're in, how do you get out? There was no way out because there was a sea of people
all the way to the end. That's how we figured it out.
So we sheepishly just walked to the end of the parade in our hoodies
in 35-degree heat.
Yeah, well, the idea was we'd camp out, park a spot, do some interviews, but no, we walked the parade.
It was crazy.
I don't know if we ever do that ever again. Like, it was good, but it was just so strange.
It was really strange. People were enjoying it. People were yelling out for Shrey.
A lot of Shrey.
And Shrey had his head down the whole time.
I was a bit scared.
I was melting.
Shrey was doing the footy grid in the parade.
If I wasn't high-fiving you or shaking your hand, it's because I was melting in 29-degree heat.
It was so hot.
And we had our Clubby Sports hoodies on, and
no water, nothing, just pure heat.
So we somehow got ourselves in the parade, and then at September Club we had passes with our tickets, thanks to Carlton Dry, teed us up some grand final tickets, and they got us passes to their 10 in the September Club, which is the post-game after party for the AFL Grand Final. We had a ticket for myself and a ticket for Shrey.
Yeah, we did.
We also had Kate and McDonald with us at the time. We had the Shep mates with us, who unfortunately didn't have passes.
I thought they did.
And we had Will, who didn't have a pass. But we all just sort of went up to the gate again with one of the Carlton Dry reps who got us our passes, and
just walked in.
They didn't ask. They didn't check Will. They didn't check Willie Taylor's pass. They didn't ask for anything.
Stronny.
Yeah, they did.
And he just followed us into the September Club. And again, once you're in, how do you get out?
You don't, because we're eating free food. I was munching down on food.
Well, there's long lines at the MCG to get hot dogs. And we walk in the first stall's mini burgers. So Will's eyes have lit up and gone, maybe I shouldn't be in here, but there is also mini chicken burgers here.
That was so good.
Burgers was pretty good.
Hungry. And then we just got a little bit silly.
Well, no, to be fair, we didn't rinse the AFL of any extra beers or anything because Shrey left early.
Yeah.
And then Will took his place.
I did leave early. I didn't leave too early.
You left real early on the most hotly anticipated after party of the year.
It was a big day that day.
You were there for 15 minutes and backdoored.
I quietly had a few cans at the football, and I was in a lemon squeeze all sorts.
Lemon squeeze.
I was in a
It
twist.
was a little bit disappointing scenes. We were rubbing shoulders with Gil McLaughlin and some of the AFL's best, some ex-players, some other celebrities.
Jonathan Brown, he was there doing a daily double.
Yeah, well, I spoke to Brownie and I spoke to Chris Johnson. Very, very nice man.
On your way out.
On my way out, yeah. While I was leaving, yeah.
But
Yeah.
the tickets for these things apparently cost about $3,000. We had free passes and trays backdoored after 15 minutes.
I feel like it was a bit longer than 15. I feel like I put the
30 minutes.
Guys, don't day drink beer.
So myself and Will, we stuck it out to the end, and we rubbed shoulders and did some socialising. And then on our way back home, we're walking down Swan Street, and there was a Collingwood van on fire.
Let me put this in my perspective. So we had been stopped by some lovely fans. We had a chat with them. It was getting to midnight, and midnight was when you had your gig at Billboards.
Starting at midnight at Billboards, which is like a 30-minute trip from our house.
Yep.
So where we were on Swan Street at the
was
corner,
not near our house.
at the corner hotel, for a big fella, it's hard to get to. It is very hard to get.
No Ubers. We looked at Ubers. No line bikes. No scooters.
Swan Street was shut down.
You were just on the Foot Falcons. Just
We were going to run home, and I think the estimate running home would have been about 25 minutes.
Yeah.
And it was an hour to the gig. So we're looking at 25-minute run home, 30-minute Uber back to the gig. We're covered in sweat from the day. We want to go home and quickly shower. Yeah. So we are tight for time.
When we got around the corner of Corner Hotel, there's this van, this Collingwood van, all the supporters on it. There's fireworks and
There's
stuff.
about 60 people standing on the roof of this van.
Jumping up and down.
Jumping up and down. Singing, and
Going
the van has got speakers built into it. They're playing the Collingwood theme song.
Few scarves in the air. It was
nuts. The whole street was shut down. There was probably a couple thousand people on Swan Street watching this unfold. And we're running through the crowd to try and get to Billboards. And I just stop and something clicks in my brain and says, don't go to Billboards yet. You need to get on that van. And I look at Will and I stop, and Will knows exactly what I'm about to say. And he stops, and before I can even speak, he goes, no.
We had to leave.
He goes, no, we've got to go to Billboards. I said, I want to get in the van. He goes, no. And he grabbed my arm and tried to drag me down Swan Street away from the van. I said, I want to go on the van.
I want to go on the van.
And it was like Will being a father figure or something and trying to tell me as a kid that I couldn't do something. So we walk over to the van a little bit, and he's quite upset at this point. His arms are crossed. And then a couple of the Collingwood fans around go, Checkers, get on the van, get on the van, get on the van. And the SWAT or the police, I don't know what you call them, but the team with all the barricades for Riot Squad.
Yeah, they probably just Riot Squad.
The Riot Squad police are all there. They're closing in on the van. Like the crowd is closing in on this van, and the van sets on fire.
Oh, Jesus
so there's
Christ.
sparklers coming out of the van, fireworks, everything's coming out of the van, 60 people on top. And then all these Collingwood fans go, get on the van. So
I wanted to check man on the van.
Checkers.
I got on the van.
Jesus
I got on the
Christ.
van, and as soon as I got on, there was like news crews and stuff there, and I don't know how they knew who I was. Maybe it's just because I had a shit haircut. But there was all the news crews, all the cameras came out and took a lot of photos and videos. So the next morning when I woke up, there was actually quite a lot of evidence that I was on this van.
You was incriminated
It
yourself.
looked like I was on the van all night. No, there's that many photo angles of me on the van. I was on there for about 12 seconds.
No, I love that though.
And then we had to make the mad dash to Billboards, but
We got there then.
I did get on the van.
Got there.
I'm not even a Collingwood supporter, but I have my Collingwood scarf.
Yeah.
I bought it at the MCG at quarter time because I was sitting in the Collingwood cheer squad and thought I was going to die. The Collingwood fans were threatening to belt me.
No, they weren't.
They were. I was in standing room for a little bit. I went to go to the toilet and I was in standing room. I couldn't get back to the seat. And some Collingwood fans were like, who do you bloody go for? You're not meant to be here. So I went and bought a Collingwood scarf to fit in. So I've been rinsing it all week for most of its value because I don't imagine I'll wear it much ever again.
Yeah, I didn't put it on.
Probably saw the Ralph Lauren polo that he was wearing, and he thought, you're not supposed to be in the
What a
cheer
Collingwood
squad.
fans wear, like Adidas tracksuits. I don't know.
Well, yeah, they're sponsored by
not
us.
many
I think
teeth.
Nike now.
I don't know. They wear tracksuits.
Jumped on the van, and now everyone thinks I'm a Collingwood supporter or something. I don't know, but I just for the good of football, like how much I love football, I thought they've just won the flag. This is a crazy scene. I've never seen anything like this ever again. Really, hopefully I do because it was sick. But I was like, I want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
As a football fan,
I can't blame
this is sick. So
I cannot blame you.
I just jumped on the van.
That has got to be genuinely. It sounds like I sound like a big loser, but that's one of the best days of my life. That was like simply
Close to one of the best days of my life. Explaining that to Mum while she stayed at home and watched it with family and friends.
Yeah, I called my mum about it today. She didn't believe me.
But I haven't told anyone I got in the van. These are the first people I'm telling.
Okay. If you listen to the podcast, now you know that Check was on the van.
Check Man was on the van. Just before we get into our Q&A, I wanted to give a massive round of applause to our good friend Jared Davis.
I was going to say to Shrey.
Yeah, well, to Shrey as well.
All right. Anyways, Jared Davis, 130 laps of the MCG on the weekend. He's sitting out in the office. His ankles are still swollen.
They are. I've never seen a thicker pair of ankles on a man than Jared Davis at the moment. They are not well.
It's a tough look, but
What's the bird that was on SBS all the time when she made it into Pitch Perfect?
Oh, Rebel Wilson.
Rebel Wilson. His ankles look like Rebel Wilson's before she got skinny.
Yeah.
That's the size of them right
anyone
now.
that doesn't know, Jared ran 130 laps at the MCG in a bid to get tickets, and 130 is significant because 130 years Collingwood have been a football club.
And it's like 970 metres or something. He ran like 120 kilometres in 3 days.
Like 3 days. So that was very important.
And now he's got marathons around the world calling out to him. He's pretty much a modern day Ned Brockman.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And he ran to get him and his old man tickets, Stu. And they did get tickets, which was beautiful. And didn't they just soak
partied
it up?
on? They partied on.
When the Pies got up, because Jared and his old man are Pies fans, they just soaked it up.
Bloody Stu! I heard, rumour has it, Stu didn't make it home.
He's only just got home today.
I heard he got lost in Dandy Dong
And was shirtless.
after 3 days after the Pies.
To be fair, Jared was pretty similar at the billboards that night as well. So
shout out to Stu. Hopefully he listens, and we're very happy for him.
Yeah, bloody oath, and good on him. Good on both the J-Man and Stewie.
Someone's gonna have a crack
for enjoying it, because I feel like as much as it was a good grand final, to be a Collingwood supporter, watching that grand final, would have been a good game.
Thank you, sir. Okay, yes, we all stung it apparently. So we've got a bit of feedback, but quickly before we have whatever on the run sheet, I asked my followers what their favorite...
10,000 of them.
Yeah, you finally hit it.
Yes, so
a week late. So when is this lap of the tan coming my way?
Never doing that.
You've either got to do a lap of the tan.
It was agreed on the last podcast, 2 weeks ago podcast.
You've either got to do a lap of the tan or have a bye from the potty.
Nah, we'll do neither.
No,
so people have responded with some fantastic things. Tex kicking 10. That's good for me.
What are they responding to? Because you just explained.
Oh, sorry. My apologies. I asked people what their favourite moment of the year was in football. And so one of them just replied Daniel Gorringe. So,
fair.
Must love football.
To be fair, anytime I put up a sticker on Instagram, someone will always just reply Daniel Gorringe.
Daniel Gorringe, yeah.
It just it's just a thing that's happened all year in Marmalade. Don't know why. It could be like, hey guys, who's going to win this weekend? And someone will just reply Daniel Gorringe.
Well, he's got lots of super fans. The Billy Frampton story, I think that's a good one to watch. Spewing that he's a premiership player.
That he had 2 touches in the grand final.
Okay, more touches than you on AFL Grand, Will.
I'm not saying, I'm not shitting on it.
A lot of Pies fans are saying they won the flag. Duxie Demon said he's marking the cheer squad when Jacob Van Rooyen kicked the goal.
Yeah,
it was a very good grab.
We love that one. And then there's a lot of people just abusing me. Just a lot of abuse towards me.
I asked the Marmalade followers for some feedback this afternoon. I got someone, Amy Milburn, replied, "Will I have your sunnies from billboards on Saturday?"
Oh.
Can we get them back?
They're the blue ones that you left in Adelaide after gather round from memory.
Can we get them?
Can I have their Instagram?
Can we get them shipped back to us, please? What was that?
I think that's it's a match worn memento. He threw them in the crowd.
Milburn, please give them back to us. They're very nice.
I don't think she stole them. I think
no.
Seeing Will in action, I think he gave them out.
Were you dishing sunglasses out?
Man, I was just so blind.
I did a stage dive at billboards.
Yeah, that was so grim.
No, Amy, yes, I hope you're enjoying the sunglasses, and I'll follow you on Instagram.
Yes.
Yotam _30 asked, why did you guys only get 1 kick each, and why were you not a part of the competition?
We've been saying it for years, mate.
It has been a stitch up.
Corrupt.
It was a bit of a stitch up.
Involved.
It was a stitch up because if you watch back on KO or if you watch back on YouTube, they've cut our kicks out of the coverage.
Yeah,
disgusting.
And you can't actually rewatch us kicking. I'm trying to get the footage off Fox at the moment. But they've tried to erase us from history.
I literally kicked longer than like 2 of the players.
You can go back and watch it on Foxtel Go, but to get the footage, I don't know how we...
Yeah, I've hit up a few people at Fox Footy to try to get the footage, but basically they made us the ceremonial kickers. I wanted a second crack because those footies were so flat that I knew that if I had 2 attempts, I'd probably get a good footy, but it was like the bin of footies was so hit and miss.
Yeah. I had a really bad footy. I think I had the worst one. I could press the ends in with my hands.
That's probably a good thing. You made the ball a bit overly because they were brand new footies. They were really sharp.
Rumour has it, the winner Daniel Rich from the Brisbane Lions got his footy pumped up.
Yeah, his manager was there and had a pump on her, and she was pumping it up. So
Now,
Are Brisbane corrupt now?
I don't know if that's bad karma, bad juju. Maybe that's why they lost the grand final.
Yeah, it's corruption,
But
mate.
you try and play by your
they
own
took the win in the
rules.
Footy Longest Kick. So what would you rather, a grand final? Considering he's not going to get a medal.
Yeah, true. But he won $10,000, so I mean,
Yeah.
not
The
too
last bit of
shabby.
feedback I'm going to read out in the show is from Nev Wells, 47. It's accompanied by a photo, and this is one of the rarest things I've seen. He said he had to go to hospital because I put a shirt on, Brisbane Lions shirt on from when I was 3 years old. And there's a photo here. We'll overdub it on the vodcast. So if you want to see the photo, jump on YouTube and watch the vodcast. But he is genuinely wearing like a size 3 kid's Brisbane Guernsey, and he looks like he's about 6'4".
Oh, shit.
And
he's had to go to hospital because of
he
it.
couldn't get it off, skin tight, and then when they tried to take it off, he's done his collarbone. So
Oh, my God.
It was so tight he broke his collarbone.
yeah.
Boys, what are we doing? It's a few too many beers.
I do this on the reg at home, and it's something we don't really publicise too much, but I do have a collection of Guernseys at home that don't fit me, and sometimes we will rip them out just for a
Bit of a laugh.
bit of a laugh. See
But
who
you
can
haven't
fit
gone to
into
hospital because of it.
see who can fit into my under 14s Guernsey or whatever. But a size 3 kids one's is a stretch.
Well, that's-
I don't think I can get it over my head, and I'm amazed by his efforts. So hopefully the recovery is good. And I mean, it would have been sucked because assuming he's a Brisbane Lions fan too. Like it would have been a pretty
Yeah.
average grand final
It's
day.
a good story, though, isn't it? That's a very good story.
Very good photo. I'm loving it. We'll put it on the vodcast.
Yeah, it'll be on the vodcast. I just had someone say to me, I'll name him, Scotty Josh 15. Why does Will look like a fat Alf Stewart? Now I got...
That's not even funny. That's just rude.
I just giggle because Alf Stewart. There's a lot of people you could have compared Will to, but he said Alf
It's not
Stewart.
funny,
Yeah.
guys. Hey, let's just not
So
bully
guys,
people.
I don't look like an old man, do I?
I was like, Alf Stewart's a bit out the stretch. Like if he said he looks like a fat Ricky Ponting, I would have been like believed a little bit.
No,
But
it's-
fat
cop
Alf
this.
Stewart.
Alf Stewart's just
This
ridiculous.
is an 80-year-old man.
He was
He-
on Home and Away with Neighbours. What was he
Yeah,
on?
he's on one of those.
Yeah,
free to
no, guys, let's just be nice, hey?
It's not fair.
Try that one on for size, fellas. Be nice.
Come on, guys. EJ Nux. Shrey is at the peak of males on this planet. Mankind can only go down from here.
Is that referring to longest kick? Because if so, it's 100% true.
I think it's referring to the shoes you're currently wearing.
Oh, well, I got some TNs on. Nice little
Some
TNs.
women's size 8 TNs.
They fit me, don't they?
He can fit into it all.
That's
Couldn't fit into the Guernseys that Puma made us.
No, we couldn't. But no, I mean, I disagree. I think I'm slimming down. Nobody's noticed. But
Hey, man. Just forget what we've said the last week about, hey, you look good in those Guernseys.
Yeah,
Like,
sorry.
shut up. Come
But
on,
yes,
man.
thank you very much. Who was that from again?
EJ Nux.
EJ Nux. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you very much. I'm
I've
feeling the
got-
love. I'm feeling the
I've
love.
got 2 more. Dimmy, who was actually at the Clubby Sports Breakfast.
Oh.
Never thought I'd see Mike Brady and Dylan Buckley do a chocolate milk shoey at the same event.
Yeah, me either. Mike Brady was there.
We missed the Mike Brady
was at
bit.
the
We were
We missed
kicking.
Mike Brady.
We were kicking. Yeah, we had Jim Brady, but not Mike Brady.
Yeah.
Jesus.
We had his nephew in the crowd, but not.
I'm flat with that. I love Mike Brady.
Mike
We
Brady.
missed Max Gorn. Sorry, Max
love
Gorn and
Gorn.
Simon Goodwin.
I love Gordon. I've seen him recently. Good man.
We had Caden McDonald with us. He would have been crying if he came to that.
Yes,
Dossie was
he would have been
fire.
all over them. The very last one we've got from the man himself, Milk Boy Finn.
Ah,
What is the correct way to sauce a pie?
Aaron Gox told me once, he said it's a funny gag of his, is anytime he gets a pie or a pasty or a sausage roll, he uses the sauce to write either the person's name he's with or something about what he's doing. So like we went to the
Yes.
footy with him earlier in the year. Obviously we were the Div 12 Ressies. He wrote Div 12 Ressies on his hot dog
Yeah.
and sauce. But say he's at the footy with Will, he write Will's name with sauce on his pie. So you have this creative license of having sauce in your hand. You might as well use it to do something creative. Like
I'm more of a, you each bite the pie, bit of sauce.
it's a lot of effort.
See,
It is, but that's how you get the perfect distribution of sauce.
I can get around that for a sausage roll, but not for
Not a
meat
pie?
And back to
Meat pies
Goxie's
get a little bit
method.
sloppy and you have to like...
Yeah, but that's, when you're,
I like the idea of like shouting your pie out to someone, dedicating it to the person you're with.
The
Or
finesse I get with the bites.
Yeah,
is
but
good.
then what if you're eating a pie with, like, say, Anthony Koutafidis, and then you have to write Anthony Koutafidis?
I think you just write
on your
Kuda in that situation. You
even
can put
5
nicknames
letters
down.
is a bit stressful.
pie. Yeah.
5 letters is a lot.
I think with the sake of a pie creativity, it doesn't have to be all in one line. You could
And
go
it-
2 or 3 lines there.
Is it joint handwriting, or is it just...
Whatever you can do, man. It's your pie. You're
If
creatively
you can
drawing on this.
cursively write with tomato sauce on a pie, I want to see that photo.
That's pretty impressive.
That is-
You could even
Impressive
just do the
work.
Carlton Football Club logo or something on the pie. Like, just get
That's
creative.
probably harder than running. That's really hard logo to draw.
Just a bigger C, a smaller C, F in the middle.
That's way too hard.
It's not that hard.
I'm not artistically advanced, so
That's
guys.
feedback.
yeah. Thanks, guys.
All right, checkers, check out week number 5.
Oh, we missed one, did we?
We missed the Footy Festival podcast because we didn't have it on stage.
Yeah.
Last time I did a bit of a rogue one, I got told off. I got a stern talking to from Dill about don't bring spam into the office again.
For good reason.
Yeah.
Okay.
Staying.
Dill's not in the office today.
I'm not. If it's spam again, I'm generally going to leave the room.
And never come back to this podcast because the rules of this checkout is you have to eat what's in the bag.
Will, if this
Dill's
is
not
spam,
in the office today.
Will, if this is spam, we're leaving. We are leaving.
I leave.
All right, Shreya, I want you to take this bottle of water.
Yep.
William, I want you to take this bottle of water.
Get a bottle of water.
Can you open up and take a sip out of each bottle of water, please? I've given you a 600ml bottle of water.
Oh, hang on. Like a mouthful?
Yeah, just take a big gulp. Take a very big gulp. Yeah, or maybe another gulp each.
Okay.
So a big gulp of water. All right, sweet. You've emptied some space in those bottles of water. This is a TikTok I've seen during the week, and I want to recreate it on the podcast.
Okay.
I have some Deb mashed potato,
Oh.
and we're going to make mashed potato in those bottles of water.
No, we're not. Are we?
So basically, maybe drink some more water because here it says that if you put the whole packet in, you need 500 mils of water. So if you can get me 250 ml of water in each of those bottles, we're going to shake this up. I'm going to split the pack in half. I'm going to pour packet mashed potato in this water, and I'm going to get you to shake, shake, shake.
What
Shake
kind of
your
TikToks are you
booty.
watching just quietly? Like, that is-
Not a lot, to be honest.
Jesus,
Checkers doesn't watch a lot of TikToks, so for this to prick his interest, like, this is.
All right, maybe a little bit
very
more,
funny.
maybe a little bit more water. So I should have thought this through. I should have got some smaller bottles of water, but they didn't have them on individual sale. I didn't want to spend a fortune on this checkout. It's cost, can't write this off on tax. Don't know if I can write packet mash off on tax.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
get
probably
like,
not.
I'm gonna get third-degree drowning. I'm just gonna have too much water.
All right,
Let's not make a mess, by the way.
it's got onion in it too, so it's Deb instant mashed potato with onion. And how this works is I'm going to pour half a packet each into your bottles of water,
Okay.
and then you're going to shake them up. We're going to see if this works.
Do not spill. Wait, why does it look like we spilled some already?
I'm probably going to spill a little bit.
It looks like fish.
I've spilled a lot. We should have got a funnel or something, but
That's right, this
Holy
is clean.
McGwolly. This is not good.
it's not going to smell at least. It's going to take a while. This is going to take a little while, but once we get wheels underway, then Trey can do his, and Trey we'll get a. You know, we want to like ready, steady, cook, where they'd be like, "Hey, here's what I'm putting in the oven, and here's what I've pulled out."
Yeah.
Because I don't have time. Like Sunrise, maybe we could do that with one of these. Like we can cut this pod bit where like we come back 15 minutes later.
Let's just cut this whole segment. This segment sucks.
It's
It's not.
it's staying more alive than AFL 1170.
Trey's mashed potato might be a little bit thicker. All right, and then shake it up. You're gonna have to shake it very hard and fast. I think you might need some more mashed potato mix in there, just judging from how much has gone into Trey's bottle.
Well, half it's on the table, so no wonder there's none left.
There you go.
Holy.
Will,
shit,
give us that back. I think you need some more mix. What is that looking like at the moment?
That looks like a very, very questionable something.
Oh, it's a bit watery, mine. Just quietly. It's half it's on the table, man.
All right, keep shaking. We'll edit some of this up. Oh, we're there. Trey's getting there. We're getting somewhere. This is looking good.
Cold.
This is so firm.
Good. All right. Are you ready to eat?
Holy Jesus.
Just hold up so the cameras can see. Explain what you got there, Willie.
I have mashed potato in a plastic bottle.
Trey, what's it looking like?
Mine's a bit thinner than Will's. but
That
it's
might be
not-
easier to drink though. So basically, in the video I saw, the guy squeezed the bottle and he was squeezing out like potato gem sized bites of mashed potato.
Yeah.
And then someone said, what also sparked my interest. They go in the comments. I read the first comment. It was imagine using this method to make potato gems or potato royals or potato tots.
Yeah.
Because like, look at the size of that bottle lid. Like it's about the size of a potato tot. And I maybe wonder maybe that's how they make potato tots. I don't know. But you sort of just you squeeze out like a tot sized bite into the fryer and you cook it up. But anyways, guys, I think it's time you have a crack in and try it. Just you got mashed potato just coming out of that bottle.
Jesus,
No salt in there either. It was
doesn't smell bad.
I think it'd be very edible. I think. Oh boy, there's mashed potato on the floor. Mashed potato on the floor.
That's not terrible.
You can't eat that. It's got carpet in it. It's got hair.
You're not that side check, man. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
All right, Trey, how is it?
Well, it's not terrible. It's just cold. I mean, it's not.
That is
The
cold.
texture is a bit yucky.
Oh, the texture is very weird.
Mine's a bit thinner than yours, so
Do you want to swap?
no, I'm alright. Yeah, I mean, it's not the worst thing I've eaten so far.
You didn't taste the onion.
Yeah, there's onion in it, man. I hope so. I don't know what I'd rate this so far.
Oh well.
It's not the worst we've had.
I've had two.
You were a little
pieces
bit
of pie.
concerned when I brought it out. You were pretty concerned when I brought it
Yeah,
out.
no,
But
I'm pleasantly surprised.
mashed potato in a bottle.
Yeah, I'll probably
Message
rank it.
in a bottle.
I'm
When
gonna
you-
rank it. 3.5 out
You
of
sound
10.
like you just did a poo. That was the
Sorry.
noises you made.
When you
3.5 out of
first
10.
handed me a bottle of water, I thought we're gonna need this to get it down.
I thought we were gonna have some cordial or something, but
something spicy, or I then thought I'm like, oh, he's gonna give us a hydrolyte.
The Broca.
yeah. No. So mashed potato in a bottle. 3.5 out of 10 for me.
Well, there's a lot of powdered mashed potato just sitting on the desk here now at Producy. So, luckily, Dill's not in today. Otherwise, I probably would be roasted again. But
Yeah. No surprise.
there was
Though.
also mashed potato on the carpet, so don't step in that.
Roasted like the potatoes.
Jesus. All right. That's been all for Checkers Checker. Another fantastic segment of our podcast. Jeez.
It's a bit criminal on my segment when he doesn't even his own segment at the moment.
No, I think
Yeah.
it's not just.
How's your segment going?
This podcast sucks. This podcast sucks.
It'll retire soon.
Yeah, we're finished.
Okay. For that outro. All right, we're nearly there, nearly done. Shrey's still playing with his food. He's got his potato with him.
It's so weird.
It's
It's just very congealed at the moment, so I'm just gonna put it down.
congealed. Put that in the dictionary.
Put that one in the dictionary.
Now, boys, obviously, AFL season's done.
Oh, don't remind
the
me.
men's.
Don't remind me. Oh, of course for the men's. We apologise.
What does the rest of the year look like for us?
We're going to Warrnambool this week. Teed
That'll
up
be
for us
fun.
to go and watch Essendon and Geelong in Warrnambool on Sunday afternoon. Also, there was something else on Saturday that I wanted to go to. Oh, Crows and Melbourne are playing at Casey Fields that I'm going to go to as well. Because Georgie Hatchard's coming over and we're going to sit with her and watch Anne play.
Yeah, that's
Let's
unreal.
go.
And I think this week we might even do some more filming with some AFLW players. I'm working on that. So
Friday morning, I have something very exciting booked.
Friday morning.
What are you doing Friday
have
morning?
something booked.
So should I announce it? I'll announce it.
we're talking about AFLW and he keeps wanting to bring up the longest kick. It's a little bit selfish this episode.
Well,
What are you
sorry.
doing Friday?
Friday morning, I'm gonna get the words 51 meters tattooed on
47 metres.
me. 51 meters to be tattooed on me. Friday morning.
Oh, good on you, man.
Thanks,
That'd be
man. So
fun.
hopefully that'll be a funny gag video, something hilarious, but probably not.
Yeah, good on him.
Thanks.
Cricket season starting up.
Soon.
We've
I think
got
sooner than we think.
we've got big announcement. Yeah, from what I've heard, cricket season starts this week.
Jeepers.
We are not prepared.
No, not in the slightest. But
But are we prepared for footy season when that
Nah,
rolls
we
around
weren't
either?
yet.
We
Yeah,
haven't done
that's a
any
good point.
pre-season most years.
That's a good point.
pre-season, no.
not
You
a-
just got to warm into it by about round 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you don't win flags in November, do you?
No, you don't win them in March either. So,
Yeah, that's it.
you just don't do a pre-season, man. And that's just how it rolls.
Will Taylor quote
Will Taylor
2023.
Don't do a pre-season.
And-
That's how it rolls.
and
Quoted.
And Gandhi. All right.
It's getting really crook.
Gandhi
is
said
bad.
it as well.
This podcast sucks.
All right, man. Just say the lines.
All right. Yes. Thank you guys for listening again. Please rate us 5 stars on where you get your podcast. And on Spotify, you can ring a bell, which gives notifications when we post. And we're going to post at a good time this week. We're not going to post it at 2 a.m. We're going to post it at a reasonable time.
Are you
where
going to post
people-
it?
People get the notification at the right
Trey's
time.
posted
and
the
they watch it.
podcast this week.
Yeah.
And
good time.
also, please subscribe to us on YouTube, the Ressies podcast. And we see all the videos there. So, cheers for that. Bye.
Peace out.
Didn't even plug your own Insta. I would have thought you would have given it a little plug. You got hit 10K. He's got Mellow now.
Yeah.
Schraderade on Instagram. 10.1K, by the way.
What, are you almost 20?
Almost getting there. Marmalade hit 50K today
We hit
as well.
50.
Thought I just didn't want to flex it too hard. We'll leave it for the end, but that's another day's story.
Guys, Will Taylor on Instagram is nearly at 5.5K, so hit that up. It's Will with 3 L's and underscore at the end. Will 3 L's dot Taylor.
Anyways, guys, thank you for listening, and we'll see you next week.